What is going on, everyone? This is Courtney Rollins with the Life in Transitions Experts YouTube channel and Facebook group where we're helping folks deal with some of the biggest transitions in their life. Now, for much of this podcast or much of this YouTube or much of my content focuses on helping people really make the probate process and the estate planning process easier. It's one of my ways of finding properties that I can actually get at a discount so that I can use it for investment or share with other investors. But one of the best ways to actually market and find folks is by helping. And a lot of people who find themselves in the probate process find themselves needing some type of support. It's long, it can be complicated sometimes, it's public. And as I've gone through this journey, I've realized how much it can actually be avoided. So I'm really actually excited to share down the road some things that's happening in my company and my space and things that I'm working on to help people avoid the probate process. But if you're involved in it already, hey, there's some support out there, some folks that can help you. Today, we're focusing on if you've inherited the property and you're thinking about selling it, but you don't want to fix it up. Quite often, these properties that we receive from folks that we've inherited, they've been lived in for a long time, which means they require some maintenance and some repairs. And unless you want to sell it as is, it can be pretty challenging. And actually, one of the things we're going to consider today. So let's look through some of the stuff and rock and roll with it. Some challenges when fixing up inherited properties that you want to sell. One is that nostalgia and loss. I mean, so many times I've been inside spaces. Actually, I just left a space this Saturday, and I was trying to encourage, or at least ask the question of the property owners, why not keep the property? Why not turn it into a rental or keep it in your family? And they were like, no, mamas, this would just drive me crazy if I come down here and I see people tearing up the house or not keeping it like I want to keep it. So I'd rather just take a step aside. There could be a lot of nostalgia that's associated with the physical home. I remember driving to my hometown neighborhood in Montclair, neighborhood in Fayetteville, North Carolina, the Montclair neighborhood, and driving past the house I lived in for 17 years. Grew up from 3 years old to, or some 2 years old to 18, I guess, or 17, somewhere around there, 15 some years. My formative years. I hadn't been there in like 10 years, drove by, and oh my gosh, I was so teary eyed. I couldn't believe that a physical space, well, I was surprised to see how much a physical space could have such impact on me. So that's one thing, a challenge. So when you're fixing up and repairing it and changing it or dealing with it, it can be pretty hard to separate the emotions and make the rehab process not as pleasant. There's also family dynamics, cousins, sisters, folks come out the woodworks. They may have questions, conversations, or directions they want to take the property that may not be the direction you or other folks want to make take. So it can be a real challenge when you think about family dynamics, as well as just rehab is not for the light of heart. Unless you have your systems dialed in, unless you're a professional, and even then it could be pretty challenging. It could be very rewarding and lucrative, but it's also a steep learning curve that can happen. And so feeling overwhelmed, just like feeling overwhelmed with the probate process, is definitely something that can happen. And there can be some financial strain. You're probably selling the property so you could unlock some of the assets. However, when you start putting money into rehabs, there are things liable to come up, especially if you're doing the more intense the rehab, the more challenges there are. But almost every uh, rehab or repair is going to have some type of unexpected financial challenge. So you have to be prepared for that. I know I've opened up properties. Second house I've acquired to rehab, didn't know there's going to be a complete water system that need to be replaced. That's $15,000 that I did not account for at that time, or 10,000 it would cost me, but still I didn't account for it. And it can be challenging. And then there's time constraints. You have to get this done. If you're going to do a rehab for 2 years, you're putting all your money in. I'm pretty sure you're going into the red, to the negative, and that's not where you and your family want to go. So, what's some of the solutions? Oh, I didn't know I had a sixth one up here. Market uncertainty, right? So, we shifting interest rates, shifting political climates can really have an impact on the real estate market. And so, knowing or having confidence that you can sell your property at a certain price, or the investment that you're putting into the rehab, not really being certain if that's going to pay off, can be a challenge. And some of the solutions are as is. A lot of states are now doing as is sales. However, even in the traditional sale of as is sales, um, you are, if you're looking for a more traditional long sale and you're willing to deal with that, you want to get the most out of it. So you may want to actually put work in. But if you're trying to go for speed and convenience, and you don't want to deal with the factors that we just touched on or other factors that may be in your life, as is may be the solution for you. It's quick and it should be an easy process, quick and easy, especially if someone's asking for a discount so that you will receive what you're asking for, which is speed and convenience. There should be no repairs needed at all. So that's another convenience. You don't have to worry about lifting a hammer, telling construction workers or worried about people coming to the job and doing this job that they're supposed to do so you can do the next. There's no need to worry about that. There's no real estate commission. So you actually put more money in your pocket. Even selling at a discount, you put more money in your pocket that you would have saved on that 3, 5, 6%, sometimes even more real estate commission. There's clear communication and support. My purchase agreements are usually just 2 pages as opposed to the 30, 40 pages I have to sell my firstborn, things of the nature that's involved in a more traditional sale. Now, definitely still want you to get it vetted by a trusted advisor like an attorney, especially a real estate attorney. Um, and I'll always support people doing that or encourage that because then they'll see how on the up and up it is and how it really is designed to facilitate a quick and simple sale. And then you have that peace of mind knowing that it's taken care of, that the challenges that you're no longer having to face because you've had the soul, it's ready to go. It could be peace of mind is it's priceless, right? So definitely reach out to cash buyers. There's tons in your neighborhoods. There may be some or sons in your area. I'm sure people are probably giving you a call. If you're interested in talking to me, feel free to reach out to me. I'm in North Carolina, but I have estate professionals and buyers all over the nation. We mainly focus in North Carolina, as I said, but can definitely help you connect you with the right type of people. Feel free to reach out 443-990-1687. And also, please be on the lookout for some exciting news about ways I'm going to be able to help people even more in the future with the work that I'm doing. So I'm excited about that. This is the Life in Transitions Experts channel, LITE. Let your light shine. All right. Cheers.